Sorry if I have sniffles. Hello, Chris the artist. That was quick. I've actually got sniffles at the moment. It's very cold here. Hello, Fee, my darling. I have Clara here. She's watching. Hi, Kim. You guys came in really quick. You must have been hanging around. Thank you, everyone, for being here. How is everyone? How are you all doing? Yeah, I actually told Fee that I was thinking about doing a live. I was going to do a live yesterday, and then my back and shoulder started playing up, and have you heard Brightburn? No. Can you tell us what that's about, Chris? What's Brightburn? I'm just waiting. Hello, Grave Encounters Paranormal. Thank you for coming in. Feel free to go and check everybody out. We don't use the S word, but feel free to check everybody out and go have a look at their channels. Brightburn is the evil Superman movie. No, I actually haven't seen that. The only sort of more recent superhero movie that I've seen is apparently there's a new Batman movie coming out, and that Rose, what's her name, Ruby Rose or whatever, is being Batwoman. I don't know about that. Oh, thank you. So, Fee, Grave Encounters Paranormal, there's somebody that I've just recently met. Fee in the chat as well. She does cemetery walks and things like that, like us. She's a sort of paranormal channel, I guess you can say. So we all sort of do the same things, I guess you can say, or at least similar. We're all in the same field. So, yeah. I was going to do this. I was going to set up inside, and then I thought, my son's on video games, so he's probably going to be noisy. And then if I set up inside, I can't do spirit box. So I may as well just set up outside. And Kim, of course, Kim. We wouldn't leave you behind. No, Kim, you are absolutely more than a follower. You are our sister. You are absolutely amazing. You're a friend, a sister, a confidant. You are so much more. You're an amazing mod. You've been here with us since day one, and we can't thank you enough. But yes, please, like, Kim is amazing as well. She is. No, I mean that, hun. I really do. She is family. She's been with us since the very, very beginning, and you are amazing, Kim. So thank you very, very much. Fee and I were actually talking about this, and I was sort of saying to Fee, like, in the video that I put up this morning, I'll leave that comment there for now. Usually, just so that Grave Encounters knows, because they might not know yet, usually if you put the word subscribe in the chat or in the comments or anything, YouTube read it as being spam. And so you can actually get in trouble for using the word. I'll leave it there for now, but before we end it, I'll have to go back and delete it. So it's nothing personal. It's just that they mark that word, that particular word. I don't know why they've decided to do it, but they have. But it's just that word as far as I know. Yeah, that's what we say. We say we hugged you, and people usually know what you mean. Thanks for that, Kim. What was I going to say? No, that's okay. That's why I thought I'd tell you, because you probably don't know, because I know that you're still building your channel and whatnot, aren't you? And it helps, like, if you let people know when they don't know, then it stops them from making a mistake or getting in trouble later on as well. So we're all here to help each other. You're welcome. So with my video this morning that I put up, the whole cemetery video, at the beginning you probably noticed that I have a shout out to Wildy's Paranormal channel. And this is one of the reasons why I was asking people for short 10 to 20 second clips. And it can be just like Wildy did, just showing yourself, or it can be just 10 seconds of a video that you've done, like at a cemetery or something, just so that I can show the people sort of who you are or what you do. And then I put sort of a screenshot in of your channel page and have your link in the description below. So it's a shout out to you guys. So whoever's sending me like that 10-second clip, you will go into a video and I will give you a shout out. And this is my way of giving back to you guys in the community, because we all have to look after each other. It is so hard to build your channel, especially in between from 100 to 1K. It is so difficult to grow. I don't know if you guys are finding the same thing, but I know that both Fee and I have been struggling. And I think it's just where we are. I was going through, I actually have, at the moment, it's just under 600 people that I support. And I was going through them last night, and I think I found, and I haven't been through everyone, but I think I found about 5 or 6 channels that have just been shut down. And whether it's because people are giving up because they can't grow, or whether it's for whatever other reason, I don't know. I just feel like, we should be doing more to help each other. So that's my way of giving back. And if it helps you grow even a little bit, then I've done my job. So, yeah. Hello, Mandy. How are you, hon? Good chatting with you over the last couple of days. I've seen you in a couple of other chats and things when I pop my head in. That's good. Glad to hear that you're well. I actually, with that whole video of mine, I had to split it up into a couple of parts because it was so long. I had so much I had so much in the videos that, like, from my filming and stuff like that, that I had to split it up, and in the next part that I'm filming now, I just got so many crazy things come through the spirit box on that. And then there's that black shadow that flies across the screen in the first one. That spun me out. Hall is just, it's one of those cemeteries that's just so eerie. Thank you, Kim. JP had me up till 5 this morning. Oh, wow. So you guys didn't finish there until 5. That is crazy. So did he get anything interesting? Any action or anything through the stream? And I'm talking about the spirit kind too. He's a bit of a flirt, isn't he? I can hear my kids being naughty because I'm busy doing something. So they're being naughty. Kids, huh? Not a lot, some knocks. Okay. Hey, that's one thing actually that I thought. I did do one night stream here with Clara, and I had a few people pop in, like Alyssa. I think Kim popped in. I'm not sure if you were there, Mandy. I think you were, and a couple of others, and they were hearing some knocks and taps and crazy stuff. And this is like when we're all in bed, and Clara actually really likes to knock on things. And I was talking to Fee, and she heard knocks when I went off to, I think I was making a coffee or going to the bathroom. And yeah, Fee was like picking up knocks as well. Like she does it all the time. And I was thinking of maybe doing that again. There's one doorway too. I'll have to put the camera on the doorway because there's one doorway in my hallway where just randomly I'll come out from the lounge room or something to, go to my room or the bathroom or something, and the doorway is half closed. And I showed Fee, like in a video, I can walk past the door with the heaters blowing and everything else, and the door does not move. But just out of the middle of nowhere at times, I'll walk out and it'll be half closed. So I think since I've had her here, she likes to do little things to let me know that she's there. So yeah, I have to change her dress too. I am working on it. I've just started crocheting again now that it's winter. So she doesn't like blue. Well, she does like blue, but she thinks it's a boy's colour, so she doesn't like to wear blue. So she needs a girly colour, and she doesn't like purple. Oh, she does like to have some fun, Kim. Very much so. I have noticed a difference too when I go out and I do an investigation now. I find that the spirits come through a lot clearer and I get more come through. And there are things that are more likely to happen when I'm out. So, hello, it's me, Pammy. How are you? I'd be freaked. My friend collects haunted dolls. I don't know if I would ever collect an array of haunted dolls. Well, not when my kids were at home anyway. I do have Clara. I have one. And if I had have picked up on anything bad, I would have probably got rid of her or put her in storage somewhere. maybe when my kids leave home when they're older, I might take it up. But at the moment, I'm content with just Clara, and she gives me some fun experiences. I'll put it that way. So it's like when I'm laying in bed at night, I can hear footsteps coming up the hallway, but the kids are in bed asleep. So yeah, it's an experience. Hello, Batman. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if you like to be called Bruce or Batman. Do you have a preference? I get enough of spirits without dolls, thank you. Yeah, very true. I love haunted dolls. Yeah, me too. I have, I don't know, I just have a thing for haunted objects. I've never touched a Ouija board, and I can say that I probably never would. Someone chopping wood, I think. But I would be a collector of objects, I think, if I had the opportunity. So it has been a while. It's been a hectic week for me, week and a half. I can't talk about it right now, but I will at a later date. But apart from that, there's just been like normal stuff going on. This time of year, like as you can see, my trees are losing all of the leaves. I've got to get in and get rid of the leaves. It gets really cold here at this time of year, and I have like a chronic pain condition that's very, very much the same as fibromyalgia, and it causes pain head to toe through my body. And when it gets cold like this time of year, my body seizes up, and some days I could be in bed. So there's a haunted museum here in CT, and Lorraine and Ed Warren's. I would absolutely love to go to Ed and Lorraine Warren's museum. The only thing is, I think you would have to be very well protected, spiritually protected, because there's a lot of bad juju in that museum. It is tough to keep up with everyone, Bruce, especially when you've got your own channel. I don't know if you've seen my my little message, but I was saying before, like if people send me a little 10-second clip, like in my video this morning, I'm putting a little shout out in my videos. So I'm going to have like a little bit of a video of you, and then I have your YouTube page come up and give you a shout out, put your link in, stuff like that. Just trying to help the little guys as well. Mandy says, I played with a Ouija board when I was a kid. Wow, really? Did you have any experiences, Mandy, with the Ouija board? That's the thing I struggle with, Kim. It's the time differences, especially on the weekends, because I get all set up to go live at a certain time. But then by the time, like now, it's nighttime in the US and everybody's going live. So it's really hard to get on at a time that's good for me and good for everyone else. It's tough. Ed and Lorraine Warren's daughter has full control of the whole estate. Oh, okay, I thought it was being handed down to their son. Or maybe it's their son-in-law, maybe it's her husband. Hi, Louise Lynn McDaniel. Welcome to the stream. Hello, stop by to give support. I also do legit paranormal videos. Anyway, have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye and good night. Thank you so much for coming in, Louise. You're welcome to check anybody here out. We're all paranormal sort of channels, most of us anyway. And everyone can go and check Louise out as well. Thank you for coming in. 1:26 a.m. here. Oh, wow, it's late there, Bruce. Oh, yeah, her hubby. Yeah, it's her hubby, okay. He seems like the daughter's husband. He seems to have his head screwed on the right way, and I think that they have sort of been training him in how to take care of the objects and that as well. So hopefully he keeps the objects in the museum and doesn't sell them for a profit or anything. Because I know Zach Bagans was after the Annabelle doll for quite some time, wasn't he? He was very keen on the Annabelle doll, but he's got a lot of scary stuff in his museum as well. Even the demonologist. Wow, you guys must have you must have a lot of ley lines or something through that area to have so many like paranormal hotspots there. He'll never get it. No, I think that they'll hang on to Annabelle and all the others. I think they'll respect their parents' wishes and yeah. Yeah, that's right. Her son-in-law, their daughter's husband. I'm just so amazed at. I mean, I know that compared to Australia, the US is quite large, but you guys have so many paranormal places over there and haunted houses and um, abandoned places, although they're getting harder on that over there as well. Over here, we don't have a lot, and what we do have, like the places that are really haunted, are spread out from one end of Australia to the other. So just give me 2 seconds, guys. Just look after the chat for a second, please, Fee. Sorry, guys. My kids were tearing each other apart. Two of the movies. Which movies is that? Is that the Ed and Lorraine ones, the Conjuring movies, or is it the Annabelle movies? Because both of those have two movies, I think. They do that, Mandy. As soon as I walk out and they know that I'm busy doing something, Charlotte will start to pull faces at Xavier and do things to him. So then Xavier will start fighting with Charlotte. It's always Charlotte and Xavier. Yeah, exactly. You can let them go for so long and then you got to tear them apart. So, yeah. Ed and Lorraine ones, The Conjuring. Yeah, there's two. There is going to be a third one coming out, though, so I've heard. It's going to be the one about the Annabelle doll, isn't it? Where they take her and put her in the museum. I'm sure. I'm sure that's the one that I saw. I really liked those movies, though. I thought they were well done. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but Lorraine Warren was in, I can't remember if it was the first or second one. I think it was the first, where they're sitting in the lecture and there's people listening to the lecture. Lorraine Warren was in the audience sitting at the front, like the real Lorraine Warren. I can't even say her name now. Lorraine Warren. Yeah, I can't wait to see the next one. It's going to be good. It's good that they're telling their story. I'm hoping that they make one on the other place too. You know, the other one that I'm talking about, the house. Why can't I think of its name? You know, the house where the family was murdered by the son. Oh, wow, did you really? Pammy said that she met them in 2004. That would have been amazing. I would have loved to have just, when they were alive, sat and had a conversation with them about the other side. Yeah, you know the one that I'm talking about, and it's got like the Amityville house. That's it. Yeah. I'm hoping they make a movie out of that. Like when Ed and Lorraine went to the Amityville house. Yeah, that house changed her. It really did. It changed her a lot. No, the Amityville wasn't number two. That was the Conjuring house, which was uh where was the Conjuring house? That the Conjuring house, the I think it was the number two anyway. That was where the mum got possessed. There was a demonic presence and it possessed the mum. Whereas the Amityville house is where um the presence, I think, possessed the son, didn't it? It broke him down and possessed him. And then, yeah. Well, there was more than one family affected by the Amityville house, but that was the last one. Yeah, I thought it was the UK. Yeah. The reason they stopped people from going into the Amityville house is because people were taking pieces of the house. Like they were actually taking bricks and stuff like that as souvenirs. You imagine that though, like, a minute, I'll arrange that down. That was bad. Yeah. You imagine, like, they tell you when you go to a cemetery and things like that, not to take things out of the cemetery. Sometimes things can happen. You imagine going and taking a brick from a haunted house, a highly haunted house. Okay, so what's the movie with the box that has a spirit that possesses the girl? That is a movie based on the Dybbuk box. That one. Yeah, that's the Dybbuk box one, Fee. The box that apparently Zach Bagans has in his museum, that's based on that Dybbuk box. That's it, the Enfield haunting. Number one, I think, was the one where there was the demon and it broke down the mother and then possessed her, wasn't it? And then number two was the Enfield ghost, where it affected the single mum and her kids. He is a show pony, and yes, he is gorgeous and he knows it. That's for sure. Just to ask David Omen. Oh, that's right. They've been to the Omen house, haven't they? The Ghost Adventures crew. Yeah, you got to watch them, Fee. If you haven't seen the Conjuring movies, you've got to watch them. They are amazing. A little bit freaky, but good. Bruce. Wouldn't it be cool if, like, we were sitting here chatting one day and, like, she just started moving or something? Coffee music. Hello, how are you? Welcome. We're just sitting down chatting about our favourite paranormal movies and whatnot. Welcome to the stream. They haven't brought out a good scary movie for a while, have they? I haven't seen one anyway. Nope, my friend's dolls moves. Me no like it. Oh, really? You've actually seen them move? I'll probably regret it when it happens, but I would really love to, like, just have something really scary paranormal happen, like to, like, scare my socks off. Not demonic, just something scary, just to say, oh my God, and catch it on camera. What a video that'd make. Billy Down Under, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, the Annabelle movies were okay. They didn't scare me too much. Oh, we have another Aussie. Billy Down Under is from the Gold Coast. It's got to be a lot warmer up there than it is down here, hey? freezing down here. I haven't, like, I liked the way they did the first It movie. I probably enjoyed the newer version better just because graphics and special effects and that have come such a long way since the original was made. I probably would have liked it to have been a little bit more scary, though. I'm hoping that when they make the second one, they've really got that scare factor going because it'll make it phenomenal. Are there spiders as big as houses down there? We actually have huntsman spiders here, and they are big. They are, I, it's hard to say. What's the biggest huntsman you guys have ever seen? I mean, you could say, like, they're bigger than your palm, but and what's a Vegemite sandwich? Okay, I've got to say this for any American people that come in. If you buy Vegemite to try it, there is a specific way that you have to taste it. A lot of people will get a big spoon of Vegemite and eat it. And of course, you're going to hate it if you eat it like that. What you have to do is make some toast or something like that, put a little bit of butter or margarine on your toast, and then you just get a little bit of Vegemite and smear it over the toast. So it's just a very light spreading and eat it like that. That is the best way to taste Vegemite. The funnel webs they are deadly. And the huntsman spiders are pretty big. They can get quite big, especially when they're left alone and they just have a chance to grow and grow. Not a problem, Mandy. Okay, Fee, not a problem, hon. I didn't realise it was that already. 3:44. Black widow and brown recluse. I think the brown recluse would probably scare me more. I've seen some like nasty bites from them on the internet and whatnot. That's the thing. Like I've seen, there was one fellow that I was watching on YouTube, and he collects tarantulas. He's got like a room full of tarantula terrariums or whatever you want to call them, in the cases. And looking at the size of them, I would say they'd be almost close to the size of a huntsman, except the huntsmans aren't as fat as a tarantula. Their legs and that are thinner, if that makes sense. But if it was like a really big tarantula, I don't think our huntsmans are quite that big. I know that's what scares me about the brown recluse is that like you see people's bites and stuff and like their skin is being eaten and like it leaves a hole in your leg and that. That's scary. Yeah. We have a whitetail here, which they're not like a big spider. They're probably like a big one would be about, this. couple of inches long or something. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But the only time they will affect someone is if you have an allergic reaction to them. They don't affect everyone, but they are like a flesh-eating spider for people that have a reaction to them. Black widows are deadly. Our redback spiders are deadly. Oh, you had a rose hair. My two favorite tarantulas, like I hate spiders and snakes, but I loved watching this like tarantula channel. And my two favorites were the rose hair, and there was another one, and it was a horned. I can't remember its exact name, but it was a horned tarantula, and it had like a little spiky horn on its butt. They were quite cute. Yeah, I don't do spiders, and I really, really don't do snakes. No. I'd be too scared to go anywhere near them or their tanks. If I ever go to a zoo or reptile place, it's really weird because, like, I cannot do snakes. Like, I am petrified. I won't even go near their enclosure. But if you have, like, a bearded dragon or anything like that, I'll pick them up. Like, they don't bother me. It's really weird. Yeah, snakes. No, thank you. We have brown snakes here in Australia, and they will kill you dead as quick as they look at you. Yeah, if I had a pet tarantula, though, I wouldn't be able to go near it. Welcome back, Mandy. Clara. All your things are mostly poisoned, I gather. We do have a lot of bad things here. I don't think Australia is quite as bad as people make it out to be. But having said that, if you're here in, excuse me, if you're here in like the middle of summer and you're walking through the bush or something, you do have to be very careful of things like snakes. And spiders can be anywhere. You know what they're like. And depending on what part of Australia you're in, um, we do have different things. Yeah, you do learn to watch out for them. Most definitely. Especially if like you grow up in the country areas around here. Like I know I for one grew up in the country in a small town that had, you know, less than 4,000 people. Um, so, you know, one part, like for a couple of years of my like small childhood, we were out in the middle of nowhere, and you learn to just look for them. Yeah, copperheads are bad. So, Mandy, I don't know if you said, and I missed it or not, but I was saying before, like when you said that you've actually played with a Ouija board, did you have any experiences? Koalas are pretty harmless. They're fine. They climb up you because they think you're a tree. That's all. They do have very sharp claws, so be nice to them. But yeah, the worst they'll do is pee on you. Yeah, no, thank you. You can keep your anacondas. I don't do snakes. No way. Yeah, that's just gross. So, I'm yawning now. Oh my God. I remember we had a glass break in half. Oh, wow. Okay. Is that a glass you were using on the board, is it? I don't know. Maybe if I'm older, like later on in life, and my kids had grown up and left home and I was on my own, I may be inclined to try a Ouija board. But at the moment, I have no interest in doing it. Just in case I did bring something through. We had a homemade one from paper cutouts. Oh, wow. I wonder if that would be more effective though, because it's got a lot more of your energy in it. Do you know what I mean? I actually had our family growing up, we had a family friend and he had two daughters. Excuse me. I can't stop yawning now. He had two daughters that grew up with us, went to the same school, and um, he was never all there. And my dad touched on the story a little bit when I got old enough, and he said that he doesn't know exactly what happened, but apparently in his younger years, him and his ex-wife before she died, plus two of their other friends, were sitting down and playing with Ouija boards, and they used to do it quite often. But they had an experience one night that changed him forever. And it not only changed him in the way he looked at life, but it also changed his mind. And he was never the same again. My house is haunted by a minister. Wow. Was it you, Kim, that said that your house was haunted as well? There was somebody that I was talking to a little while ago, and they said that they were in a haunted house. It is you. Okay. I'll tell you what, if you ever decide to start making videos, um, that would make some good videos. But they don't do much. They're probably just content with you being there. Yeah. And I'm sure that all of us will be there for you when you do decide, if you ever decide to start making videos or anything, Kim, we'll be there for you as well. What did Pemmy say? My 280-pound Rottweiler was thrown into the wall and my cat. Oh, wow. So do you have a lot of activity in your place, Pammy? Saw something behind me. Wow. Oh, that's scary. It even took over my car as I'm driving. I left town. That's pretty scary. Have any of you noticed that today's day and age compared to years ago, we actually have a lot more paranormal activity happen now than we did years ago. It's almost like the veil is getting thinner as time goes on. Sherry Brett from PWI helped me with the house. Yeah, I've heard that she's amazing. There was somebody in one of the chats. Welcome back, Fee. I think so too, Kim. I think it's because the world's waking up and we're seeing things for what they are. And I think the consciousness is moving. Yeah, I was watching a chat. Oh, it was in Abraxas chat last night, and there was somebody in there who was having issues with, I believe, a demonic entity, and they told her to contact Sherry because she was phenomenal. Yeah, she is. She's amazing. I'm a supporter of Sherry, and I have been for a long time, and she is amazing. I've seen a few of her streams where she'll sit down and she'll channel spirit and things like that. Oh, good. It really helps when you've got that one person that you can connect with. It really does. Sherry is from PWI, Paranormal World Investigators. She's pretty cool. If you just go and check out her channel. All day and night. It is great. Fee's pretty much my bestie. We're sisters. Leah and Ladybug, hello, welcome. You know, just as you came back in, Fee, like I'm getting an itchy head. Like my head is like just starting to drive me crazy. Welcome, welcome. Well, I've probably got about another half hour before I'll have to hop off. I'll have to go and bath my kitties and stuff for school tomorrow. So what do you guys want to do? I can turn on the spirit box, or we can just keep chatting for a half hour. I really don't mind. I enjoy both. Could just be someone in the vicinity connecting with me, Fee. That's a good question. If any of you have any ability, like if you're a psychic, a medium, a sensitive, when you connect with spirit, do you have any signs or symptoms? For spirit, like telling you that you're connecting with them? No? I say that because, like, I have this weird thing. Die sorry sick, I pass out and see stuff. Wow, okay. I have a lot of different experiences. I see things, I hear things at times and stuff like that. But usually, when there's spirit around, when they're trying to connect with me, I get an itchy head, like an itchy scalp, and I don't know why. And no, I don't have like fleas or anything else. Just like as one of those things. I know other people who have gifts and abilities who have the same thing. They'll get like an itchy scalp. I turned off spirits years ago, but they just don't leave me alone. North Nottingham. Hello, how are you? Welcome. It's good to see you in here. We've just been having a bit of a chat here. Quiet Sunday afternoon here. Good to see them in here. It's been a quiet afternoon, which is good. Oh, thank you, Grave Encounters. We just hang out and usually chat, talk. Sometimes I'll turn the spirit box on or do card readings. Sometimes I'll bring my cards out. I'll do another stream during the week so that I can actually come on and, have more of a chat with you guys. Normally I would have done it by now, but I've just had a hectic week this week, which happens. We were actually talking about that earlier, North. We were saying that the time difference is what kills all of us. Trying to get the time right for ourselves as well as everybody else. Sometimes you just got to like work with what time you have and just hope people can come. It's crazy. Yeah, P's had a busy week too. Okay, Pemmy. It's just like that. Like when you've got your channel going on, and then you've got like generally life, and then you've got kids, you know. Yes, or they keep you up all night, Mandy. That is correct. Sitting in streams in investigations. We are in the future, aren't we? We're a few hours ahead of them. I do that sometimes, though. If I can't sleep at night, I'll jump on other people's streams. And even if I don't talk, I'll just sit there and I'll watch and, you know, enjoy whatever's going on. Yeah, definitely. It was funny because Fee and I were chatting, and like we were on Hangouts, just talking to each other, but we had like YouTube open as well because somebody went live and we're like, oh, we'll go say hello. So we went in and we said hello, and I turned around and I said to Fee, I'm like, fancy seeing you here. What have you been up to? And she's like, oh, not a lot. She's like, oh, I haven't spoken to you in such a long time. And we were laughing about it because we were talking at the same time. It was funny. Mental hospital. So did he end up telling you where he was, Mandy? Or even what state he was in? I thought I missed something last night when he went live. I'm like, where is he? Did he tell us in the last stream? I couldn't figure it out, but yeah. Just past 7 a.m. in the UK. It's a good time for me. Okay, so it's still like fairly early morning over there. He was in Queensland and didn't say where his were. Ah, okay. I wonder if the mental hospital he's going to is the one that Knox told us about that time. I don't know if you remember that, Fee and Kim, but Knox was on one time and he was talking about a hospital up there in Queensland that was closed down. He does that so he doesn't get trolls turn up. I actually think that's a really good idea. I think that if I ever, went live somewhere, I wouldn't tell them where it was either. I mean, even if it wasn't trolls, if it was fans, you'd have a billion people showing up and you'd probably get kicked out of the place. It's just, yeah, for your own safety, you got to keep it quiet. That's in Brisbane. Oh, is he talking about the mental hospital that burnt down? And it's the birds behind me. I don't know what that was. I'm trying to see where it is. They're just smaller birds. It's not like a magpie or anything else. There's only one ward left. Yeah, I think it's if it's the one that I'm thinking of, he went there before a long time ago, and it's sort of in bushland, and there's just sort of like um, cement shells almost left. And yes, I believe there's only one ward left. It's like one shell of a corridor with a few rooms off it, and there's lots of graffiti on the walls and stuff like that. That's actually quite active, that place. So I've heard. Sun's in my eye. And that's my bird inside wolf whistling. It's near the pub he was in last night. I was trying to make a few funnies laugh last night, and I was trying to get the chat to laugh a little bit. But I think some of the people might have thought I was a troll or something. Like when he was walking down the hallway, there was a dead plant, like it was brown dead, and it was in the hallway. And I'm like, oh, I think the plant needs a bit of water. Laugh out loud. And then the carpet was like green, like a pool table, and it had all rips and that in it. And I said, oh, the carpet reminds me of a dilapidated pool tabletop or something like that. I don't think anyone quite got the joke. It was a dive. It was a really big dive. It's got the paranormal history there, though. It's a pity they didn't like do it up or something. So North Nottingham says, "What's the most active place you've been to?" Um, this is a long time ago. This is before I had my channel. I had been to Monte Cristo Homestead in Junee, which is one of the most haunted houses in Australia. That's probably the most active place I've been. I would have got up their butts if they did, Julie. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Mandy. I think Johnny knows too. Like he's known me since, I don't know. I've been with Johnny since his first. I want to say 2 to 4,000 subs is when I came in. It was just after he did the first Akigahara. I've been with him since way back then. So Johnny knows me as well. So he's pretty cool. But thank you. I know you'd look after me. Oh, you've been to Port Arthur, Kim. I think he loves us Aussie girls a little bit too much, Mandy. If you know what I mean. But yes, he does. We support very well. Abraxas wants to go there. What, to Australia or to Monte Cristo? I really want to go back to Monte Cristo and do an overnight there. It'll just have to be when I'm in a bit of a better position than I'm in now. But one day I'm going to go there. I also have plans of going down to Victoria, and I want to go to Beechworth Asylum. There's a Arrowdale Asylum, which is highly haunted, and there's the old Melbourne jail that I'd like to go to as well, down that way. Well, yeah, I remember that. I remember you saying that you'd come from Tasmania, Kim. Yeah. I told Fee, I said one day, I'll get down and I do have some plans, hopefully, of moving down that way. But I do want to go down and see Fee and go to the old Melbourne jail with her. And if we're lucky enough, we might be able to do an overnighter and maybe sleep in a cell or something like that. There's been quite a few people that have got some really good evidence on camera from the old Melbourne jail, so I'm really looking forward to that. And Pentridge, yes, most definitely. I can't see any feathers. I've got lots of leaves behind me. Like, as you can see behind me here, I've got a massive tree and my backyard is just covered in leaves. It could have been that. But yeah, I can't see any feathers. There could be one there, but I can't see any. J Ward in Ararat. Yeah, the only problem is with the Arradale Asylum, um, you have to use their equipment when you go through, and they only take you through certain parts of the asylum. And I don't know that you're allowed to film in there. I don't think they let you film either. So if you paid to go on an investigation there, you wouldn't get any footage from it, which is sort of a waste of time. Yeah, it could have been a leaf. The tree just does not stop. Like, you look at the ground and you think it must be there, but if you look at the actual tree itself, there's still a lot on it. It's just crazy. I don't know. Does she look like she's moved to any of you guys? She's so freaky sometimes. That's okay. I look at her sometimes and it's almost like you see her like slightly moving or something. It's freaky. In fact, I don't think so. Okay. Thank you, Kim. I know that someone that went through there and said it was not worth it. J Ward, I mean. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. I heard people say that they went through there and um, for the money that you pay, it's just not worth it, especially because you can't film. She seems to be facing the camera more. I'll have a look. She actually does a little bit, actually. If you go back, right back to the beginning, it's a slight difference, but her head's moved slightly. I have to screenshot that. Screenshotting that. And then I can compare them. Good pick up there. She's ready for her close up. Are you talking about Clara? She's ready to get fabulous. Waiting for it to open. My computer's so slow. Okay, that's one of them. Where's the other one? $2.49. That other. Oh, there it is. There. Okay. Yeah, she has. Oh wow. I'll crop those and I'll put them on my Facebook page so that you guys can see them. But yeah, it's a very small difference. But yeah, she's moved her head slightly, like so that she's started facing this way. Yeah, she has. It's just like a tiny little bit. She wants some camera time. Yeah, it has. It looks like it's just changed just that little bit. To love you and your channel and vids, honey, earthly wanderings. Thank you, Pammy. You do have a sharp eye. I didn't even notice that. And if you hadn't have said something, I can't guarantee that I probably would have gone back through the video either because I didn't have the spirit box on or anything. That was a really good pickup, Grave Encounters. Thank you. Yeah, very good. That's crazy. Yeah. Thanks for checking that, Kim. That's crazy. That stream that I did that night where I had the camera on her overnight. Alyssa and that were in the chat, and they're going, "Move, doll, move." Yep, you've seen it here first. She's starting to move now. Oh God. You know what? You know the thought I just had. Like she's got orange hair like that Chucky doll. No, Jackie, no. Oh God. Do any of you guys know much about dolls? Especially about older dolls? Oh, were you telling her to move, Fee? She must have listened to you then. Will she listen to you? I think she actually likes Fee. She was trying to communicate with Fee the other night. It's crazy. Always telling her to move. I'm always telling her to move, but she doesn't listen to me. I'm used to spotting the slightest of movements in my investigations. I just had deja vu. Like that was just like crazy. I just had deja vu. Wow. Once I read your comment there. Yeah, don't do that, Kim. You're freaking me out now. Oh, yeah, like the knife drawer. I've got one of those things, you know, the magnets that you put on the wall and you put your knives on it. So your knives are displayed on the wall. She comes along, ching. Stabby, stabby, crazy doll. Oh, I love that. Stabby, stabby. Oh, don't give her ideas. No, she's not Chucky. She just likes to close my hallway door and knock on the table all the time. Crazy. I can't believe she's moved. That's the first time we've got her moving. That spun me out. Gee. Yeah, we do love you. We're just having fun. We think it's awesome that you moved. We do. Very true, Fee. It was. Yeah, it was. It was last night that I was talking to Fee and we were doing a hangout, just like me and her doing a hangout. And I think I went off to go to the bathroom. No, she's definitely not evil. I would have known by now if she wasn't. She's definitely not. Um, I think she just loves having the fact that somebody's taking care of her and giving her attention now. But yeah, last night I was doing a hangout with Fee, and I went off to use the bathroom, I think, and I left my headphones on the table, and Clara was like this far away from the computer on the table, and Fee heard a couple of really loud knocks, and I came back, and Fee's like, was Xavier near the computer because my son was still up? And I said no. And at that time, like I was running, oh, that's right, I was running Xavier's bath. Xavier was in the bathroom with me the whole time when I was running the bath. So there was nobody in the kitchen with a computer. Um, and then I turned around and the hall door was like half closed. And that's when we had the camera in front of the door trying to get her to close the door again. Ah, yes. I actually sent, I left Rose a message because before I got Clara, I was going to see if Rose had any dolls for sale, and I was going to get a doll off her, but she wasn't getting rid of any at that time. But I was drawn to Clara. Like I found her and I left it for 2 to 3 weeks, and I just sat on it to make sure I was doing the right thing before I bought her. And I kept coming back to her. And so eventually I just bought her because it felt like the right thing to do. And it's crazy too because in my video I have on my channel, um, just before I received her, I was doing this thing one night with an app. It's like an Ovulus app. And I was talking and I said, if this is Clara talking to me, can you let me know where you are? And it said Sydney on this app. And at that time, because the package had tracking, I looked up where her package was and it was in Sydney, Australia. So I thought that was pretty cool. She came all the way from the USA. So, yeah. But yeah, I have both of those. I'm sure I have Paranormal White Noise and Hell's House on my subscribers. I'm sure I do. Yeah, that's right. You actually asked her to knock again, and she did softly, just not loudly. Yeah, it does. There's no use jumping in and just buying something because somebody says that it's haunted or something. There are that many fakes out there. You really need to sit down and feel it. It's funny, too, because I am actually part of a group, and I won't name what the group is, but there are people there who, are psychics. And I put a photo up of her before I bought her, and I said, does anyone feel anything from this doll? And there was one person that got back to me and said, I am getting the word hidden from the doll, and I don't think that you should purchase the doll because I feel like it's bad. But I don't regret getting her in any way. I don't feel that she is bad. Thank you for posting all my links, Kim. I'm probably going to go in a second. I got to go and get my kitties bathed, get bread for school lunches and things, and yeah. But thank you so much to everybody for coming in. And I will do a live, maybe I'll do a nighttime live the next couple of days, and we'll sit down with Clara and see if she can do anything. She really does, Kim. She absolutely loves coming out with me, and I always have her with me when I do investigations and things now. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you to everybody who came along. If any of you guys would like a shout out or anything else, as I said at the beginning of the video, I put a thing up on Twitter asking people if you would like to. You can send me a 10-second clip of yourself, or something you do on your channel. It could be you at a cemetery or on an investigation, and I will put that at the beginning of one of my videos with a screenshot of your YouTube page and give you a shout out. I'm just trying to look after as many of you guys as we can. We're all smaller channels and we've got to help each other grow. So yeah, if you want to do that, I have my email on my page here on YouTube. If you go to my information, I've also got Facebook and Twitter, which is just at Unearthly Wanderings. So yeah. Thank you so much to Grave Encounters Paranormal. Thank you so much for coming along. And I do hope that you come back. We'll probably do some spirit box or whatever when we go live next night or two. North Nottingham Paranormal Investigators. Thank you for coming along. Bruce Batman, thank you. Kim Fitzgerald Rock Fam. Thank you so much for coming along, honey. And Fee, my two sisters, I love you so much. Thank you for coming along. Mandy Bremer, thank you for coming along, hon. Lots of love to you. Mwah. Who else do we have in here? It's me, Pammy. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, I don't know if it's going to let me go back that far. I usually give shout outs, but thank you everybody for coming in and joining me and having a chat and just hanging out. I think this is what I needed. So thank you so much for making my afternoon awesome. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. Okay. I will see you guys in the next couple of days. Take care. Love to you all. Stay awesome and believe. Bye. Okay, bye, Clara.